Hello everyone, and like I told you before, I am back with another video in regards to relationships. This video is going to be in regards to the 3 things that you need to be able to have a successful relationship. And the 3 things that you need is to have yourself. You need to have the big 3s, which is mind, body, and soul. And you need to be able to love unconditionally. So really, there's 5 things that you need, but I broke them down into 3 things, okay? So those are the big, you need to have yourself, and under these 3 sections, it involves a lot. And you need to you need to understand what it is to accept yourself, mind, body, and soul, and accept that person, mind, body, and soul. Excuse me. And you need to know what unconditional love is. However, otherwise you'll be single for the rest of your life. And that is the conclusion. That is my conclusion, right? Some of us, and I'm going to include myself in it, because 2 years ago, a year ago, I was a person that told myself, by this age, I'm going to have this. By that age, I'm going to have that. By this time, I'm going to have this. And no one's going to be able to stop me. And I have this mission, and I have this, and I have that. And it all came crumbling down. Not because I did a ritual that was wrong. Not because I, jealousy, evil eye. It had nothing to do with that. First of all, I was ready mentally. I was ready financially, but I wasn't ready physically. Okay, when you're going to form a family, when you're going to form yourself, when you're going to do something as important and as difficult as getting a relationship and maintaining a relationship, because it is difficult. There's no easy task. It is no easy task. You need to make sure that your body is correct. You need to make sure that your mind is correct and that your soul is correct. Okay, so let's start with yourself. I think I'm going to make this into a short video. I'm going to get to the points. You cannot be in a relationship with someone. Well, you can, but you're not going to be in a completely balanced relationship, meaning the yin and the yang, the good and the bad, the karma and dharma, if you do not have yourself together. As far as if you're a woman or a man, if you're an object, because there's some people that do date objects, and I feel like people need to be open-minded to that. If you are black, white, purple, or yellow, it does not matter. You need to have yourself together. Okay, you need to have yourself. You need to, at least in my most humble opinion in this video, is you need to know what your position is in life and what your purpose is in life. Because if you don't know that, you have nothing to provide for someone else. Okay, most people nowadays, well, not nowadays, but most people, even in the wealthiest families or in the ancient civilizations, the woman was there to be taken care of. Men, you're there to provide. Now the tables are turning because of the reforms and the changes and the energy and that maternal energy that's coming back into the planet. Things are changing. Sometimes women make more than men. Sometimes women are more understanding than men. And so therefore, tables turn. Not every relationship that you're going to have somebody providing for you at all times, and you're going to sit yourself down as a woman. That doesn't always work that way. Some people aren't good at that. I'm one of those people. I am one of those people. I cannot wait around and have somebody else provide for me. Most people might think that it's crazy, but I have myself. And I wouldn't be good at like gold digging. I'm just not good at it. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of patience. And it's kind of like robotic. I don't like the feeling of it. I like to set myself up in my mind where he who has the gold rules. Okay, that will always be in my mind. And if I was like even living in an older civilization, like ancient Egypt or something like that, and I was Isis, for example, and my boyfriend was Osiris, he who has the gold rules. Okay, he who has the gold rules. And if you look back in history, or you look back into how they were created or how these energies came to be, at the end of the day, without Isis, the civilizations that came after their civilization wouldn't have been able to be formed. Okay, has she not been the backbone to a lot of the reforms, I'm thinking in my mind, of that were made by Osiris, or a lot of the rules and regulations, a lot of the finances that were made, if she was not there to give her man her back, even when he cheated on her with his sister, also the story says, which I totally believe and stand by 100%, that shit happened. You wouldn't have a civilization. You wouldn't have a kingdom, because what is a king without his queen? What is his queen without a king? Even if you're gay or straight, is what I'm telling you guys. I'm not trying to discriminate anybody. There's always a masculine and a feminine within that relationship, you know? So back to having yourself, you have to have yourself, okay? You have to know what you want in life. If you don't know what you want in life, you'll be the person that is being taken care of. You'll be the person that is constantly being told what to do, and who the hell wants to be told what to do constantly because you can't get your shit together? You don't want to be that person in the relationship. You either want to be in the same level as that person, or even if it's in the finances, you want to be the leader in some way, shape, or form, so that there's always balance. So there's always somebody that is level-headed in the relationship. In this case, I would prefer that to be me. You need to have mind, body. I have my notes. You need to have mind, body, and soul. I'm like dyslexic. I forget, you guys. Not because I don't know this stuff, but I just want to make sure that I make it into the video. So you need to have mind, body, and soul. And with the mind, body, and soul, you need to know what you want. With the body, a lot of people don't think that being physically attracted to somebody is important. I don't understand how, because you have to have sexual relationships with your partner or the object that you're with. You need to be physically attracted. Otherwise, you'll be disgusted. Otherwise, there will be some sort of disconnect. And somewhere along the line, some people get fed mentally. They don't care what the person looks like physically, as far as ugly or cute or whatever the case may be in your perception. However, if the person is not the cutest thing on the planet, and for example, their body is not put together, they don't know how to coordinate their colors, they don't know how to dress to impress, or how to organize themselves accordingly in society and outside of society, I don't know who would be attracted to somebody that can't do that and want to be successful in life and want to be presentable in life, or want to have a kingdom in the future, in this life, and or in the next life with your partner, okay? So with the soul, you as a partner and or the partner of somebody, you should know where you stand in your soul. And I say this because the soul, even though it is invisible, even though the Holy Spirit is invisible, is an intelligent presence. It is the unseen, is the omnipresent, okay? When you don't know where you stand religiously, you have, or religiously, spiritually, where you haven't cleared up a lot of issues from your past, like, for example, if you're not constantly trying to check on your inner child and checking on the things that have been done to you or that were done to you, you are unconsciously hurting your partner because you're bringing along baggage, no matter how big or small, but you're bringing along baggage that is invisible. Okay, it's invisible. If in the future you and your partner are not in accordance to how you're going to raise your, in accordance with what your partner sees as, you know, spiritually, or how healthy they are spiritually and what they think spiritually or religious, how are you supposed to raise children? Whether you're straight, gay, or whatever, it doesn't matter. People raise kids all the time. And I have to repeat this because a lot of people are ignorant and there's a lot of trolls on the internet. So I have to repeat this stuff. So how are you going to give the future a future? A balanced future, because you could give it to them all day, but it won't be balanced. And that is the point. It has to be balanced. And the third part is having unconditional love. If you have unconditional love, you will be prepared for war with this person and next to this person and or against this person. A lot of people like to say, oh, if you guys are not a partnership and you guys are not together, you're fighting each other. But there will be times where even behind closed doors, against the odds, you will have to fight one another so that there is a balance. You would have to argue with one another so that you know what you don't like or what you like. Trust me, I tell this to everybody. My relationship is not perfect. I never portray my relationship to be perfect in any way, shape, or form. I don't even have my boyfriend on social media, which is going to be the next video in regards to relationships. The reason why I'm making it in this platform is because a lot of people on this platform suffer due to them wanting to be in love and having the attachments. And it's important as a spiritual being that you are before a physical being that you have this shit done packed together. Okay, so when you love somebody, like I was saying before, when you love somebody unconditionally, whether you're fighting with that person behind closed doors or in front of people, you're still going to be fighting against one another. Back to my relationship, because that's what I was talking about. I swear I just like blank out. Back to my relationship. I tell people all the time, sometimes I feel like my boyfriend is like the biggest piece of trash. Sometimes I feel like he's the biggest king. Sometimes I have to just like give it up to him because he's doing it as a single father. He's literally doing it as a single father. This man takes care of his kid, takes his kid to daycare, pays whatever it is that he needs to pay in regards to the maintenance of the kid, and on top of that pays extra for whatever extra the baby he's an exceptional father. There's no one that can topple down or that can throw away that crown, and I will never allow that. Somebody can send me receipts on him today, and you will not get it from me. You won't. No matter how much we argue behind closed doors, you're not gonna get it. Okay, so, and there's other times where I just want to serve his head on a silver or gold platter to the highest of the lowest bidders. I want to wring his neck up to the fucking cash register. But that's perfectly fine. At the end of the day, we go through it together. We talk shit about each other. We tell each other what the fuck we don't like or what we like or what we don't like. But at the end of the day, things are happening, okay? Things are happening. Things are evolving. I'm not going to get into it in this video, but I want to just have those 3 points. What in my mind you need to be able to have a successful relationship. Again, you have to put yourself first, and in front of you is the being in whom you believe is the universe, God, the divine being, the creator, the source energy, etc. Before you, in front of you, that's what has to go forward so that you are able to follow some sort of doctrine, so that you're able to follow the universe, because we are co-creators, not creators. We are in a womb called the universe, and you co-create with it, okay? So to be able to have a successful relationship with your partnerships, do not forget about yourself. Do not forget about mind, body, and soul, whether that's your mind, body, and soul and your partner's mind, body, and soul. And do not forget to accept and love that person unconditionally. And if you cannot accept that person or love that person unconditionally, then you should not be in a relationship, period. Because somewhere along the line, it's going to tumble in your face. It's going to crumble in your face. And you will be reminded every second of the day how you should be like somebody else, how you have to be like this person, how you have to fix certain things about yourself, and you're not going to like that. Right? Because just like you don't accept that person the way they are and the bullshit they have to bring to the table, you can't expect that in return at all in any way, shape, or form. So, I mean, well, you know what? Let me take that back. You can expect it, but you won't have it. And it won't be genuine, okay? You will be living your life as the perfect this, the perfect that. And inside you'll be crumbling like worse than the worst piece of garbage, the worst piece of trash, okay? So I hope everyone enjoys your day wherever you guys are. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel in this video, and stay tuned for more relationship conversations, okay? Bye, guys.